hostile activity in the chambers adjacent to the entrance.
Your hunch was right, Tickways.
Enemy patrol detected in the vicinity. Contact is imminent.
They must have been expecting you to come from another direction. The plot thickens, Captain. Did the sensors pick up any other void craft in this segment?
No, Inquisitor. What is it?
These worthless rebels are betraying their kind for the Dark Elder, as I suspected. But they know details about my investigation, which baffles me. How could they know?
I have no idea, Inquisitor. We are all alone out here.
Loading.
Congratulations. You reached the coordinates where the Cardinal's transmission originated.
I've just found the Cardinal, Tech Priest, and his guards. This information is redundant.
I beg for your remission, Inquisitor. Redundancy is a sin.
My most sincere gratitude, Inquisitor. By the grace of the Emperor, you have deciphered my warning.
I should execute you for treason. What was this all about?
I deserve no forgiveness. But before you rightfully sentence me, please hear my plea. I was imprisoned, tortured, and mentally manipulated by these Xenos Reavers for a long time. Let me help you in your sanctifying duty.
So they made you lure me into their trap.
You and others in the past. These monsters are plundering our worlds. We've been lost in the darkness, Inquisitor.
These Xenos have been allowed to carry on unchecked. They were already waiting for me on the relay station, and set up the trap here in no time. What is their secret, Cardinal?
I have no idea, I swear. But they know everything. Their ways are efficient. Terrible, but efficient.
Inquisitor, Category 5.8 fluctuations in the Imperium in your vicinity.
A warp gate.
Pattern is consistent with the Dark Eldar webway portals.
Cardinal, we have not finished. Find a shelter nearby.
Inquisitor. Now, you should execute that treacherous worm of a priest.
The Dark Elder are masters of torture and manipulation. Yet he managed to break their thrall over him and warn me. He was almost begging for judgment.
Weakness is like the rot. Once it sets in, it's only a matter of time until it destroys everything.
Once the Imperium lost the Aureus system, these worlds fell prey to a great menace. We can't execute everyone who couldn't resist the powers of the Drukhari.
Inquisitor, the etheric alpha spectrometer finished the analysis of the warp signatures detected around the last Drukhari webway portal.
Tell me that this is leading somewhere. I'll be quite dissatisfied if I cannot deliver judgment upon those who are responsible for the destruction in this system.
Xenorite triangulation subroutines identified the same signatures on a deserted void station in the system. Note that this method is considered as a grade Gamma tech heresy.
I need results, Omicron. I don't care about your meddling with Xenorite technology.
Statement recorded for future reference. On the subject, etheric triangulation subroutines identified familiar signatures on a deserted void station. 90.7% probability that the webway gate was opened from these coordinates.
Then we have a long, exhausting piece of work ahead of us in this accursed system.
Inquisitor, Lord Clostheim is heading toward an area marked as forbidden. It is cut off from the dominion of the machine spirit.
I'm on my way. I also need an explanation as to why anyone would tamper with the machine's spirit in such an irregular way.
Although the chances are infinitesimal, complex machinery may be vulnerable to the corruption of chaos. For some reason, Uther Tiberius wanted to reduce even that small chance to zero.
I want to know more about that. Keep me updated.
Inquisitor, I have analyzed the records of my communion. The administrator prayers in the digital marginalia indicate that Uther Tiberius fused an incorruptible soul with the machine.
But that is impossible. Unless you sacrifice someone who a proper demon and became immune to corruption.
Agreed. Subject would be a former demon host. I could list 136 sects within the Adeptus Mechanicus, which would start a doctrinal purge based solely on such a notion. But my sect has always believed in digital martyrdom. I consider this machine spirit a miracle.
Now that you have access to the main core, I want you to find all records of demons.
Inquisitor, I've just completed my diagnostic meditations and reviewed the data. We can safely rule out the infection as the cause of your hallucinations.
Then what is it?
My theory is that the visions might be residual memories leaking directly into my aura. They could have been triggered by certain phrases or events.
That's nonsense. Stop obsessing about my mental condition.
As you command, Inquisitor.
Loading.
Inquisitor, as per your request, I have scoured the classified data looms on this deck. I think you ought to know that all research sanctums on this deck were assigned for demon host experiments for decades.
Uther Tiberius was creating demons.
The sheer number of subjects implies that he was trying to create a whole army of them.
Uther Tiberius condemned a whole army to eternal suffering?
Note that the attached confession scrolls clearly prove that most subjects were volunteers. They wanted to be filled with unholy essence, then fight the taint and return, immune to the chaos.
That is insane!
I cannot comment on that. Eventually, any progress is visible.
It's like I'm closing in on Klosterheim. He may have an agenda. At least he is culling the truth. Kill the heretic!
Proceed to the gate, Inquisitor.
I found the remains of a dead tech priest.
I suspect he is the one responsible for overriding the local systems. Search the body for additional information, Inquisitor.
Sigma, 7, Omega, 3, 5, Alpha.
Interesting. The machine spirit is trying to communicate with us again. That is the emergency code for the lockdown protocols. The research cloister has been quarantined. You might not be able to leave if you enter.
I should return to my ship then and make preparations before I enter that area.
quarantine logs, Inquisitor. The research cloister has been sealed off on account of demonic infestation. You won't be able to leave the facility until it is secure.
Trust me, it will be secured soon.
Recoil unclean!
Infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Reloading.
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Didn't remember anything, did you?
Something is coming back, but it's unclear. I underwent a mind scrub, but...
So, that is what you did eventually. You sacrificed yourself. But not in the way that I'd expected.
Who are you? Who am I?
You used to be my mentor. You were an Inquisitor in pursuit of the greatest secret of the Caligari sector. The research of Uther Tiberius.
I guess I didn't find it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing here.
You got close. And you got careless. You made questionable choices, and attracted the attention of first the Conclave, then the Grey Knights.
And there is no escaping from the secret protectors of the Imperium. Only death absolves, right?
So that was your plan. You sacrificed your former self.
And I have returned as someone else.
You told me to take on your mantle, and I obeyed. Through pain and fire, I hunted relentlessly for the Martyr. I did what you told me. I fought, investigated, made pacts and broke them when I had to. And when the warp spat out Uther's floating fortress-monastery, I was ready to find it.
And my path eventually led to the Martyr as well.
It cannot be a coincidence. Only the Emperor's will, because you found me now when I'm so very close to finding Uther's greatest secret.
We must talk about this, but first we purge this area. I'm ready for the sacrifice it takes, and should my plan succeed, we might meet again one day. Uther Tiberius wanted to create an army of former demon hosts. He sacrificed countless lives, sentenced them to damnation, only to make a handful of survivors immune to chaos. I think I know why the Martyr had to leave the Segmentum Pacificus. It's insane.
A whole army of loyal warriors immune to the warp, ready to conquer the Imperium? Once you would have embraced the idea.
I am not the same person anymore.
I pray to the Emperor that you are.
ready?
Time to purge the unclean, Inquisitor. Side by side, like we used to.
No demonic presence detected. Lockdown deactivated.
Good work. Tell me, Klosterheim, did you miss all this?
I refuse to burden myself with redundant thoughts and emotions. But I admit, it was a satisfactory experience to fight that battle together. The research cloister is connected to Uther's inner sanctum. That is where Uther secreted away his most treasured research. Are you ready to enter?
I need to return to my retinue first and make the necessary preparations.
I'm not going to your ship. Trust me. Where would I go? I will meet you here when you return. This is the Genitorium that powers the various dissection chapels and the laboratoriums of the Sanctum. But we are close. I need to know something, Inquisitor. How did you find the Martyr? Are you looking for me?
I wasn't even aware of your existence, remember? I was sent here to investigate the source of an ancient inquisitorial distress signal.
It must have been the will of the Emperor, then. I am aware of that signal. It was activated by the rebels during the struggle against Tiberius. It only transmits from time to time. Strike bursts.
What's the sigil on the wall? It resembles a demonic mark fused with Xenos and Imperial symbols.
Uther called them Imperium seals. He studied forbidden summoning rites and the arcane machines of a lost civilization. and combine them with sanctioned practices. The seals trap the essence of destroyed demons, so they can't get back to the warp to reform.
Uther wanted to conceal the existence of his secret weapon, even from the minions of Chaos. I feel far too close to Heresy.
What are you talking about? We must fight fire with fire. You told me that.
And I am not the same person anymore.
Loading! You are different, Inquisitor. And yet you are the same. It is disturbing.
I used to be the Martyr, and now you have all the answers.
If it's any consolation, you were right all along. Uther Tiberius had a secret that could have changed the fate of the Imperium.
You've learned the nature of that secret, I see.
Indeed. It's a weapon with immense powers.
I have found some very old human remains here. They belonged to the crew of the Martyr.
When Uther's followers turned against him, the monastery was consumed by war. It crippled the ship eventually.
Discovered the truth about Uther's secret weapon.
I have only heard rumors. The real answer lies here. I know that it could save the Imperium of Man from the tides of chaos, and that Uther Tiberius risked excommunication from the Inquisition to create this. Skills have become even more praiseworthy, Inquisitor.
We earn salvation from the annihilation of the unclean.
You might have changed, but your perspective on our eternal crusade certainly hasn't.
Reloading. An alarm signal, really? You are too late. And no, where was I?
The inner sanctum is cut off from the rest of the ship, making it a black site. Even the machine spirit doesn't have eyes or ears there.
How do we get through the stasis field?
I've seen similar security systems on the ship. The status field must be deactivated using 2 different terminals in different places at the same time.
Tiberius was indeed quite protective of his secrets.
Proceed to the first cogitator. It must be close. I'll find the other one.
faring, Klosterheim?
I've met some resistance. The Genitorium seems to be populated by a degenerate tribe.
I'm approaching the terminal that will deactivate the stasis field. Where are you?
I'm having some problems with the feral tribes, but I'm close.
I'm ready to deactivate the stasis field. Are you ready?
I'm under heavy fire, but I can access this terminal. Proceed.
The stasis field is down. Head back here.
I can't. The savages are bringing in some demonic reinforcements. I must retreat and find another way back. Proceed into the inner sanctum. I'll catch up with you.
Where are you? Can you hear me? Klosterheim, if you can hear me, I'm heading towards the inner sanctum. Meet me there. Thorn, I found the body of a word-bearer.
The filth of Logar. What are they doing on the Martyr?
There is just one, and he looks dead. I was wrong. He is alive. Another traitor Marine lies on the ground.
In the filth, where it belongs. I wish I could be fighting by your side.
According to the message I found, there were more of them, and they were trying to extricate data from 3 specific cogitators.
The word-bearers are seekers of terrible secrets. I'd advise you to find out what they were looking for on the Martyr.
Splendid fight. Praise the Emperor.
You have truly become a consecrated weapon down there.
What was a Chaos Warband doing here all those years?
Those maggots are specks of dust compared to true Adeptus Astartes. But they possess the same unique organs as we do.
I see. They activated their Sussat membranes, creating hibernation until someone entered the area. New log entry. More Imperium seals, but they are broken. Considering that these seals trap the essence of destroyed demons so they can't get back to the warp tomb before, I don't like the impression.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the coordinates of the first commentator marked by the hostile.
Time to find out what they were looking for. Tech Priest, inload the flagged pic recording from this cogitator. This woman might be the key to Uther's secret experiments.
In progress. Record is tagged as Alpha Trials and Pariah Research.
Is she a psychic blank? The antithesis of a Psyker? Did Uther Tiberius test his secret weapon on someone without any presence in the warp?
Commencing analysis. PICT recording inloaded and immediately categorized as extreme anomaly.
It is incredible. The soulless one absorbing psychic energy is normal, but she's deflecting the attacks. I have never seen anything like this.
Whatever she is, this would explain the interest of those traitorous maggots. It sounds like something the word bearers would want to have.
Security logs is complete. Area closed down due to a hostile incursion 3.64 standard Imperial years ago. Intruders identified as word bearers.
There was a whole warband. Something on the ship.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the third cogitator.